What can you learn about marketing your online course or online business from Amazon and the show, The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel? Stay tuned and find out. Being an entrepreneur sounds like, yes, another new client. I did it. But it can also sound like, I am really not understanding this technology, and I'm feeling so overwhelmed. Am I even cut out for this? That's why I started the Dark Horse Entrepreneur Podcast, to help infopreneurs, coaches, and course creators who want to build a business online but are battling technology, overwhelm, procrastination, and even imposter syndrome. Think successfully, think differently, think bigger, and take action by learning tips from an array of business owners, all dropping knowledge on the Dark Horse Entrepreneur Podcast. Check us out at www.darkhorseschooling.com. What is up? What is up? What the hell is up, my Dark Horse friends and family? Welcome back to another dose of amazing Amazon marketing lessons learning. I'm your Dark Horse host, Tracy Beeman. And as you know, I've been in the coaching, course creation, online space since like the 90s, so I got a little experience under my belt. But yet here I am still learning. And that's why I'm here to share with you what I have learned and what I am still learning about course creation, coaching, entrepreneurship, and infopreneurship. So that begs the question, who are you? And to me, my friend, that is infinitely more important. You are a driven entrepreneur. More specifically, an infopreneur with or seeking a coaching and online course model in your business. Or perhaps you're looking to have that very, very soon. Either way, you're here because you're ready to start, restart, kickstart, or just start leveling up with some great marketing, personal, and business tips and results in order to build that beautiful business of yours into the empire it absolutely deserves to be. That's why I'm here hitting you with another solo success episode coming to you straight from the Dark Horse HQ as we dive deep into your infopreneur and course creation success with those actionable advice, those tips, and those steps designed to help you level up your game. Why? Well, because we already know there are no shortcuts to success except for taking those little steps towards goal every single day. And then those steps include learning to speak. What is up with me today? Anyway, I'm not even going to edit that down. I'm just going to leave that right in there. So let's get right into it. Let's get stuck right in, as one of my other favorite podcasters says. Now, in case you're one of the maybe 12 people on this planet that do not have Amazon Prime, let me give you the quick info on what it is. It's a service from Amazon that gives you super fast shipping and free video streaming, all included in that. If you haven't, go check it out. I think everybody on this planet has either used it or at least knows about it, especially after, the whole things that have happened over the past couple of years, getting locked down. Amazon became the go-to for many, many things. And and I say we, as in me and my wife and I, we like binge watching. We'll pick a show that we're going to watch, and that's what we'll watch. We won't try to divide our attentions up amongst a bunch of shows. We have a genre of type of shows that we enjoy watching, so we'll go find the next one in the genre and start making our way through it. Now, mind you, every once in a while, we'll take a break, and because one of our other favorite shows has released a couple episodes. But I think the key in it is that we like watching multiple shows back to back. So we've been binge watching of late, Fargo. And a friend of mine has been watching The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. Mrs. Maisel, Maisel, and hopefully I'm saying that right. Anyway, it's kind of a chick thing, and I haven't dug into it deeply yet, but I'm checking it out, and you can almost say it's like viewing. Let me step back. It's like this awesome viewing about a lady in the late 50s that's trying to break into the man's world of stand-up comedy, and it comes highly recommended. So it will be on my list of things probably to check out soon. Now, anyway, you know how binge watching works, right? Yeah, hopefully, maybe you binge listen to a certain podcast, maybe this one perhaps, right? The key is you go from one episode to the next virtually without a break. Now, that's what I was saying. My wife and I, we love to do that. We find a good show that we enjoy, and then we'll just keep watching the episodes back to back to back. and go through our downtime, our chill time, our Netflix and chill time, doing those back-to-backs. And now, in the old days, I say that, but it could be as early as 5 or 10 years ago, you would have had to watch the introduction to each and every episode. Now, the streaming services, they got smarter, and they realized that people don't want to watch that introduction every single time, and most of them gave you an option, maybe not. And I've noticed that in the first episode of any new season, they take that option away, but they give you an option to not watch the introduction by clicking the button. That's pretty damn cool. Now, I think what Amazon has done is really gotten really smart, and they know they have a captive audience because you're on your third or your 13th or your 30th episode. They know you're not going anywhere. So how do they use this new knowledge? Well, what they're doing is they start to sell you on another program. That's right. Yeah. You're sitting there, you're ready to watch episode number 3. And what they'll do is they'll serve you up this, I'll call it a commercial, right? A trailer, a preview, whatever you want to call it, for another movie or show that they're streaming on Amazon Prime. Now, I'm wondering if we as marketers could learn from this and could do it as well. Let's say you have a video course, right? Of course, I'm going to talk about having a course, right? With, 9, a dozen modules, however many it is, right? And why not put in this 30-second commercial, he says with air quotes, for another one of your products or another product maybe you're affiliated with that you believe in and promote. And you're like, hey, congrats on making it to module number 3. You're doing great. But before we get started, let me take the next 26 seconds of your time to tell you about this resource that will double the efforts that you're already putting in and reduce your work by half. Huh? Yeah. You give a couple of benefit-laden sentences, tell them that the link is down below, and they'll get a 30% discount or whatever extra bonuses you have to offer. And then you begin the next lesson of the course. Makes sense, right? I think it's a brilliant idea. It could be great. You place that link down below for the resource you mentioned. Like I said, it could even be an affiliate link for anything, including a monthly membership of some software or service or information, etc. Now, here's one more thing about the marvelous Mrs. Maisel that I've kind of taken to heart. Perseverance and observation. These are 2 huge qualities. Now, this lady in this show wants to enter a man's field. Now, remember, we're talking about the late 50s and the early 60s here, right? When a lot of the walls hadn't been broken down yet. And it's not just any field. It's one where the audience is drinking, the club owners have zero respect for women, and no one thinks a beautiful woman could be funny, right? Now, to say her family was less than supportive is probably a bit of an understatement. Her manager is just learning the ropes and keeps making mistakes. And I get it. Mistakes happen. Cars break down in the pouring rain while they're out on the road. Gigs get canceled. They run out of money. Club managers don't want to pay. Folks get arrested for saying indecent things. Remember, it's the 50s and a whole lot more. So you can imagine all these scenarios are happening to her. But she learns from her mistakes, right? Yeah, she bombs. She gets up there, tries something, and wah, wah. I should hit the sound effect right there. And I'm talking about really bombs. But also, she's observant. She pays attention to what's working in her act and in the industry. And then she finds a way to improve upon it, to make it better. Why? Because she's trying to serve her audience. You've heard me say that any number of times. So you can see the parallels here that go with online marketing. Maybe your family thinks you're crazy, right? Maybe you've gotten one obstacle after another, and you've stumbled and you've bumbled and you've fallen. Maybe your proverbial car has broke down in the rain. Maybe you've gotten up on the digital stage and bombed, right? But it's those people out there, and I think it's you, because you're still listening to this episode as we're about 10 minutes in. It's those people out there that build massive profitable businesses online that have these 2 things, observation and perseverance. as long as you do not quit and you keep moving forward while taking note of what's working around you and how you can make it better, then you, my friend, are going to be successful. 6 and 7 figure successful. You heard it here. All right, I want you to mull on that one a bit, okay? And I want to tease you with what's going to be coming up in the next couple of episodes. So last week, we talked a bit about traffic, right? I think in episode 350 it was, I gave you 5 free traffic methods. Really focused on those that worked on new sites. They work on older sites too, but they certainly work. And then in 351, I gave you 5 more. Actually, I think I gave you 6. I gave you a bonus in that one. In 352, I gave you a piece of advice, the worst piece of advice I heard given about YouTube, which is really talked about, focusing on your niche, narrowing your folks down and pay attention to your tribe. And then I wrapped that up in 353 and shared about perfectionism. Oh my God, it's the death of your business that you should be focusing on ish-ism. Now, if you haven't heard any of those, go back and check them out, because they're really setting you up for the 1-2 punch for what I'm about to share with you in the next 2 episodes, which are going to be, I don't want to use the phrase sneaky, but they're going to be effective tactics for increasing your sales. A little psychology in play here. And we're talking about 16 and a bonus, probably 17 psychological tactics for increasing your sales. So see, I'm trying to lay it all out here for you, right? We're going to give you some traffic. We're going to give you some advice. We're going to tell you to stop being so damn perfect about everything. And then we're going to teach you how to drive those sales. We're going to get those traffic in there. We're going to get you doing things. And then we're going to get you increasing the effectiveness of the things you do, all right? If you haven't checked those out, go check them out. If you want to keep getting this podcast, wherever you're listening to it, be sure you go on down there and hit that subscribe button. And it's not just so I can keep whispering in your ear effectively and giving you these tips. It really is, for me, more about you, because it is those subscribes, ratings, and reviews, especially on Spotify and Apple iTunes, if you should be using either one of those platforms. It is those subscribes, ratings, and reviews that it is your way as a listener to tell those podcast platforms out there who you're getting the value from. And hopefully I am one of those. And if I am, hit that subscribe button, drop a 5-star rating, leave some kind words in the reviews. Heck, ask a question, because I read every single one of those reviews, and I will make sure the answer gets out to you either via email or via an upcoming episode. But again, it's your way of telling those podcast platforms out there that you're getting the value, so they'll lift that podcast, or this podcast in this case, up a little bit in the rankings so they can reach more driven entrepreneurs just like yourself. So please take a moment, show the love, and help spread the word. All right, in the meantime, you get out there, you run your race, you get your results, and then come let me hear about it. Until next time, think successfully and take action. Thank you for listening to the Dark Horse Entrepreneur Podcast.
Thanks for tuning in.
Check us out at www.darkhorseschooling.com.
All right.
My name is Tracy Brinkman.